Hello everyone, this is Patricia from New Brunswick. How are you today? Well, today is a cloudy but a little bit blue in there. We need rain terribly, and we had just a very slight shower yesterday. Might have lasted a few minutes here, but we do need water. I don't think we've had rain for the last, whether the week or two, but we do need rain. And anyway, just thought I'd come and talk to you, spend a few moments and talk to you today. I planted a few bulbs of red onion and yellow onion, and took some little sticks and stood up some of my peas that are beginning. Don't know how good the garden's going to come, but I'm praying that it will come, and that will have a little bit of crop there. Everything that I planted, I'm hoping. There's not a whole lot of boxes. There's 6 big boxes and another not as big, and then a smaller one. But I've got pails, and Lord willing, I'll get my tomatoes in those and see what I can do this year. And then I can make plans for next year to do differently if we're feeling well. Anyway, I went yesterday and got some, I'll show you here. Over there, those white bags. They are the BMI soil, and I think it has the pergolite or whatever they call that, and different soil for your gardens, or to put in your topsoil, flowering plants, whatever. So I bought 3 of those, and my pails with a little bit of goat manure and whatever I have here, a little bit left. But anyway, today I was thinking I should probably share my faith. I'm not perfect by no means. I have had struggles throughout all my years, and but God has never failed me, even though at times I thought I was alone. I have never been alone. He is always there. He hears every prayer. He's faithful and true. My prayers that I've been praying for, and I know that some of you that may watch this, you have prayed as well, and you feel like the Lord doesn't hear your prayers. Well, He does. He even sees our tears. Now, many years ago, I would cry inside, could never cry tears. But I knew that those tears were filling my soul and my spirit, just weighing me down. And I came to the place many years ago, and like I said, I failed the Lord so many times. And my life wasn't what it should be. And I decided that one evening I was going to go to church. I had already made plans to do something different. And just came across my mind, nope, stop, turn around. We were in the car, and halfway where I was going to go, and I said, let's go home. Let's get dressed. Let's go to church, which we did that evening. I turned my heart over to the Lord, and so did my husband. And like I said, I'm going to say me, I have fallen short. He has picked me up. I have been so down. I've sat in my car many times. No, I won't say many times. Once or twice, thinking about life. Was it worth living? Because I was going through some really hard times in my emotional well-being. And I had never smoked, but I bought cigarettes. I had smoked years ago, but I just wanted to sit there, and it was in a secluded area where nobody would know where I was, in my car, way back in the woods. Unless a hunter would be there, no one would see my car. And I spent hours thinking and thinking. I don't want to live, but I don't want to hurt my family. Well, it would devastate the family. They wouldn't have answers. And yes, they would care. My mom had already lost a daughter when I was 13 years of age. She was 17. I knew that would devastate her, and that she had a hard time bearing that load herself with 5 other children to care for. So I thought of my 3 children, my husband. And even though I was going through pain, I knew I would give them more pain. And that would be on me. And I know many of you there's black flies and mosquitoes out here. Sorry, I keep touching my face and trying to get them off me. But they would be scarred for life. And I'm thankful I didn't. Not that life wasn't easy, but I learned through life, through its hardships, that it made me stronger, that I'm here for others who go through rough times, whether it be abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, PTSD, physical abuse, alcoholism. I was never into the drugs, and just never feeling good enough. But do you know what? I came to the conclusion that Jesus loved me. God loved me so much that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him would not perish but have everlasting life. And I did that. But does it make your life easier? No. You have choices you make. It's not mistakes we make choices. And I would think about my past, and I couldn't sleep at nights because I would think of how others hurt me. And growing up, and then raising family, and different things in life. I felt rejected, and I felt hurt. I wondered what people saw in me when they looked at me. I'd never wanted anyone to feel sorry for me, so I did not share. And I always can smile. That's just who I am. And I can always listen. I'm a good listener. So when I gave my heart to the Lord, and after, when I would fall, I got into reading the Bible. Went to Bible I couldn't get enough. Went to Bible studies with women. And I was in a cantata with women and men at our church. And we would perform them at Christmas time. We would dress up in different attire, depending on what it was about. I would have special parts, possibly, and I enjoyed it. But then life happens, and I cared for my dad, and who was dying with bowel cancer. And I've mentioned this before. And so I would stay to look after him at times and make sure he felt needed, he felt loved, he felt wanted, and that I cared. And I wanted to make sure with him in 1999. 2006, I did the same thing with my mother. There was 3 years that we cared for her when she was going through a rough time in her health. And we also made sure that she was loved, that we spent all the time we could at her, whether at her home or in the hospital, to make sure she felt like she was loved. And she knew that. We made sure she knew that. When my sister had cancer and she died at 69, and I made sure that she knew she was loved. I wanted to take that from her. I'd rather would have traded places with her, but I couldn't. And then when my brother died, after my cancer, having a breast removed, and this being twice with cancer from that breast, I was devastated a week later that he was gone, and I found him. Now, in all these things, I remember, when I had the PTSD from finding my brother, who had been waiting for surgery. What grieved me so much was he died alone, and I wasn't there. My body was healing, and I still wasn't there, sorry. And, but God reminded me of a verse that I had learned years before. In Philippians 4, and I'm not going to say this right, it just says, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are of a good report, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are praiseworthy, think on these things. I needed to change my way of thinking. So I began to thank God through that time for allowing me to remember my times with my brother that were special. And that's been since December 2020. So today I am in a Master Life course with 3 other ladies, and it is not easy to do this course, this study, because boy oh boy does it ever reach down into your spirit and it asks you I won't say personal, but it asks you questions that you have to really look deep into yourself and see what kind of a person you are. And I'm not all I should be. I'm far from it. Ashamed to say that Christ gave his life for me as a sacrifice. And people don't even believe in him today. But when you look at that sky and you see the beautiful leaves, the colors of the trees, the flowers that grow, that bloom, the birds that sing. Have you listened to the geese when they fly over? Just all the different things. And the hummingbird when it comes to its nectar. And just, do you hear the breaks? I have heard those breaks. I'd be sitting on the step and the bird feeder would be so close to me, and it would come and then it would see me and try to stop because they go so fast. Their wings go at such a speed. But I know that he loves me, and I know that he loves you, and not to say or do anything to offend anyone. But if you ever need someone to talk to, you can send me a message here, because I care. I don't like to be rejected, as I said, and I would rather be others to be honest with me than to build me up when they tear me down somewhere else. Be honest, because I don't know what others think of me. But I want to do my best today, because I don't know what will take place tomorrow. If I'll be here tomorrow, we don't know. But I know who holds tomorrow. He does, and he holds my hand. He walks and he talks with me through the Word of God, and he tells me I'm his own. And I'm so thankful for that I have somebody who loves me unconditionally. When I fall down in sin, he picks me up. He puts me on my feet, and many times he's carried me through the stormy times, like I said, when I sat in that car, wanting to give it up. Give up on life, give up on everybody, give up on myself. That he has walked with me. And when I read his word, he talks to me. If I listen. Now I thank you. I thank you for listening to me, those who have listened to the end, those who have listened a little. Now I would just say, for this senior lady here, for me, Patricia, that you would subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe, hit the like, and if you have friends, share it. And I would be blessed, and you could even bless me more by commenting, telling me what you think, and if you need prayer or somebody just to care about you, as a friend, share with me your hurt, what you are going through. You won't surprise me. You will not surprise me, because I have been through most of life like most of you. Now I will say goodbye, but before I do, be kind to everybody, because you don't know what they have gone through in life, and you don't know the pain they're going through. God bless each and every one of you, and thanks for being here with me today, this beautiful Friday in May. Lord bless.